Yeah,
I'd use it for mischievous things.
Of course you would.
What better way? Stress on. I like this. What did I say? I would have liked to see a little bit more from Mix with this fountain pressure. And there's a good counter flash as well, and Nuke will support. Stress on is limited just to a single kill. And the play towards A continues. Beastic and his nades really do nothing. He walks away. A site is going to be under attack, and that is where the single man of Kisarek awaits.
Yeah, the pole has got a lot to do, and one's coming right from behind him onto long. He will probably periodically check this, but the timing wasn't his savior. Synopsy to take him down. Another 2v4 needed out here for Sinners to put up map point, but on 10 HP on B-Stick and Shock, kind of too far away to have too much impact in that long until the bomb gets planted. I doubt this round is going to be achievable, yet alone approachable here for B-Stick. It's a good pickup out there from Shock, but he's going to fade away with that. And it's 11-8. Mix to finally pick up another round on the board here, and now things could start getting interesting. If Mix get a little bit of wind in their sails, a little bit of speed to go down into this game, and if the tempo lets it happen, and they could find themselves on still in a tough situation. I wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt and say, okay, with the tempo behind them, maybe they could make the comeback happen, but it's not like the CT side doesn't have money, right? It will be still a full buy to come through, and they'll have to get through this one and maybe even another force if they want to break the economy of the CT side here. So good thing that they're calling out attack pause. They need to figure out their own situation as well, what they want to do, where they want to go. But while fighting an uphill battle for sure right now, Synopsy hasn't been lacking even while IGLing. He's currently the top of the leaderboard on his side. And if we get to see him have those impactful offside kills when he lurks around, then he could throw a bit of a wrench into the organized backline of Sinners that has been there for now. 11-8, round number 20. Knocks on the op T side though. I think I'm pretty sure Sinners did not bring out the AWP on T side even once. Or Peppa.
Trying to think. The only time I can remember that is when it was round 3 or 4. Nuke tried to save and then got killed. Right, Shock picked it up.
Right, yeah. But
Maybe they didn't buy it, but I think I know they at least had it.
Yeah, they had it for what, like 1 round, and then Peppo died. Beastic did save it. I think they had it maybe for 2 rounds. Yeah, you might be right.
Yeah, whether or not they still bought it, a different question that you and I do not have the brain capacity to answer. It is so long ago that happened.
We barely have any brain capacity, man.
Exactly, goldfish,
Together.
man. Goldfish.
I think goldfish have better attention spans than most Gen Z today.
It's those gosh darn TikToks, man, I tell you.
It's them reels and TikToks, I tell you what.
It tells you. Hey, you're part of that. You're part of that younger Gen Z. You're like 23?
I'm 21.
Oh my god. Why am I friends with a baby?
You're friends with a child, you pedophile.
Wow, okay. Here's Peppo. 1 kill found for him. Juan Flashers on the other side on the receiving end of this one. And Nuke not far off also removed the AWP. It's a neat shot here as well, and it is Mix slowly but surely being taken down. 1 at a time, but there is not a single kill they've managed to get back.
There won't be. Stressor just spotted out 0 fix on half HP as well. The battle of the half HPs. Who's gonna win it? Probably Stressor.
Oh.
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 Flawless round, right? So you see the difference right now in team play, in organization between Sinners and Mix right now. They have a round that goes over their head. They have a round where Mix just comes in a bit too aggressive, a bit too all over the place, and because they had that explosiveness, Sinners realized the situation, and Beastic called out the mid round to just go for the save 2v4. Now, into the next round immediately after that, they're the ones to put the pressure, they're the ones to be aggressive, and suddenly, wow, Mix get overrun, and it's a flawless round for Sinners. So, it is that ability to communicate swiftly that I feel like makes the difference in between a Mix and Sinners.
Uma campanha para jogador.
But But I'm just hoping that we get to see out the Sinners a bit more consistently because they can do it. They have been doing it for time and time again. Maybe not as often ever since they swapped languages from the Czech side to, you know, international and going English. But still, Beastic is a guy that can kill and lead at the same time.
Known for doing that once or twice.
Even thrice at points.
Good point.
I know, right? Crazy.
Indeed. That was backing off. Timing is not amazing, but Beastic is still here. A single flashbang, by the way, from Beastic here. Was Monster. Slowing down this push might be all it takes, but I don't think we're going to have the right flashbang for the Monster push either. Kissarek's got it instead. He'll take a bullet to the face, don't guess, but the short defense, it is more than enough to make up for this loss of Monster control immediately. And looking for a knife as well. Trying to end it on a stylish high. It'll be Beastic to trade, a respect for the effort, but in the end, it is a straight M4 to the face, and it is Sinners to take this first map. Their pick now cleaned up, finished.
Indeed so, that is the 13-8 finisher over towards this Overpass. Next map up though is going to be the map pick coming out here for the guys that did struggle a little bit into that T side. And T side is actually going to be a quite important topic that we're going to get to when it comes down to Dust 2. Explosiveness and individual power is all that's going to be needed on a map like that. So the second map of this best of 3 is going to have a lot of question marks, but a lot of heavy and good moments to watch on out here as well. So before we get there, we're going to give everyone a break, and we'll be right back in 10 to 15 minutes to figure out if this best of 3 is going to be cut chase to a quick loss, or if we're going to be going all the way down to a third.
Alrighty then, welcome back. Map number 2 now takes us onto Dust 2. The crowd goes boo, however, we'll find out who goes boo who after this one, as elimination is on the line to those who are not remembering how this one goes. And currently, Nyx losing their map pick, or sorry, losing their opponent's map pick, now go to theirs, and they will most certainly have to come out victorious.
Damn, that is quite the double headshot out of Beastic to start things off. A triple one through the smoke. Beastic loving life right now. But Mix are still going to get off with a bomb plant, surprisingly, out of this all. The round should still go in favor of Sinners. The retake should be coming through here and into short. It's going to be knocked to hold to the bomb site. Synopsy moving in towards long. Not trying to play together, apparently, onto this one. We'll see where that's gonna land them, because Synopsy is onto another headshot, and just in a second, it's a 2v5, made a 3v0. Sinners take away pistol round with B6's heroics, and Stresser's quick dually kills.
Pretty easy.
Pretty easily taken on out here.
That's what happens when your IGL gets 3 kills instantaneously.
That's what happens when your IGL is feeling this good, like he has been throughout the day. So, if this keeps going, honestly, Sinners do have the chances of closing it quickly. It's just I shouldn't jinx him too much, right? I should just pray and hope for the best and see if it happens.
Maybe he's gonna drop 30.
No, he's gonna drop 3. That's all the kills he's finding this entire game.
Alright. He has been cursed. No, he's not. 4 kills.
Another grenade. Doesn't catch them off. Player with the FAMAS is still gonna be backed up in towards ramp. Does get a dink onto the leg there. Stresser peeking out a bit too much. Low HP values and everybody onto the C side, but Sinners don't know anything about that, so they're just dropping out, running away. It's a forced by round win for Mix somehow, some way. Boy, oh boy.
Striking back immediately here. Mix wasting no time.
How the players have played themselves.
Is that how it always goes?
I mean, not all
That's
the
what
time.
I'm saying.
Shouldn't be all the
time.
Shouldn't be.
All the time. The only answer. You play yourself. That's how it goes.
If you say so, man. I believe in you. Put a lot of trust in you. You got it.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Wholesome casting shit. Here on the CCT.
Good shot for Nuke.
Yeah.
Limiting Beastie immediately there as well. That's the big one. As soon as Beastie goes down on site, the entirety of the rest of the bomb site is then a done deal. Not much left. But back to it. Another bike coming out here for the CT side. There's a pair of dualies involved, a Desert Eagle on B-Stick. But not to be underestimated. There's still things here that I don't like, and simply the fact that it is a force buy I just don't like. I don't think Dusty's really made for those on the CT side.
I mean, we did talk about it in the first map of the best of 3, right? This is a very explosive map, very individual heavy, and if Sinners aren't going to be able to have the response to really see that aggression, then
they have it.
It's not going to work. But yeah, indeed, Beastie, crazy headshot on the first. We'll look for more. Stressin does manage to find it. And yet down towards mid, Scenari saves the line for just another round.
So Zerafix had a molly in hand. Was going to throw one in, but now he's turned away. His Reg is here. The duel is going to drop. Has the molly, has the M4. If Synopsy dies, that's the bomb as well, but its confirmation is still here. Rotation can be made with a little bit of care given over towards mid. Makes play.
He does have a flash, so does Shock. The smoke there is going to be detrimental. Okay. That's unfortunate. Ooh, Synopsy, goddamn.
That is very fortunate.
Yeah, this is going to be an IGLing battle if I've ever seen one, and not in the sense that most people think. This is literally just Beast against Synopsy going at it. Kill for kill here. Do you think at times like this they're just saying, okay, second in command, take over, you call the shots, I'm having a good game, bye-bye.
Well, he's continuing to have a good game. You know, maybe you can simplify it as well. Say, Synopsy, go kill.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's the best strat you've got.
8th drain. Don't need to think when you're the one doing all the killing.
Exactly.
And so, we move on to round number 5. That was an easy one. This one's going to be a little bit more troublesome here with the CT side. Potentially losing control of the game as well, right? That's how Dust 2 does work, is the C side. As soon as you have momentum, as soon as you've officially broken CT economy, you're good to go. You're good for the rest of the half, more or less just coasting.
That's if you don't lose any weird ecos, right?
Yeah,
Up against it.
simplifying things and assuming there's not a lot of shenanigans happening, but of course with the individuals on top of the caliber like this, what we have, especially in Sinners and even Mix, those can happen, as already has been seen. But on the very simplest baseline level, D-side of momentum, a good thing, CT bad. Because retakes, saves, yeah, those are going to be happening and not happening.
Wise words indeed.
Just doing great. The defense, though, still stands for a bit here on A. The problem is the utility and all the pressure that Synopsy alone is putting here. Running out of ammunition, he'll be traded out, but the CTs, they're still just down a man here. Like, you need to consider if you even want to go for this. The advanced position, fast rotation, this again. Just make them think we can try to retake this one. Xenofix is left alone at Goose. Smoke goes out toward a short. And holding his ground, that's one. Turn around, Flash is there. Xenofix was affected for a second, but he might have slipped past the net of shock. Maybe not. Approaching, jumping, and falling far, far down. That is Mix to a 4th round, and dare I say now the start that Mix are looking for.
Thought indeed. There you go. Will be a scenario to be put out here for Sinners. What will Beastick be able to do into such an affair? I do presume the best point in case would just be to have by here, play together, and try to get as much damage as you can through. At the same time, though, Mix can just counter it by playing a slow round, which is...
Oh.
Yeah, a little bit of traffic. Happens to the best of us. It's okay.
Not me.
Surely.
I'd push my teammate out of the way.
Oh, opener here for
Yes,
Shock.
he's-
They find even another way.
Oh, no.
He does! Scout Masterclass about to come through, but the third does not land. Nice try. Good enough either way. It's a 2v3 now on the retake. Gonna up onto Stressor and out of all things. And the Pistols looking for the retake. A flash to come through from tunnels could actually blind them both. Into the bomb side if he throws it quick enough. Molotov to get Xenofix out of the position. The retake needs to come in a bit faster. No defuse kit here. Stressor down. And the Pistols took way too long. Spotted out in the 9. That is a 2v3. 1 out here for Mix.
That is a bit of a disappointing retake.
Yep.
Not pushing together, not at the same time, not doing all too much with it, but it's still around with a couple of kills there for the CTs. Slowly chipping away, perhaps. And for this round as well, we're already getting to the interesting part of this map, and that being a double op. Shock sent himself towards B side with that. After last round Scout, I don't think anybody's got objections. But it is such a huge investment. That's the problem here. You need to be insanely careful you don't give away anything. And why are they playing 3 mid or B here with a double op? Not even on some... I don't like this. This is a terrible setup for Sinners. You have a double op. You don't like to retake on this map already. You have the ops as well on top of that. And those sites are just underwhelmingly not reinforced at all. Oh my...
Yeah.
What a poor decision here.
Bit of a problem, huh? Who would have thought? That's That's how it will come down.
Oh no.
Veto to fall down the middle, and that's a full buy as well to come through here for Sinners. That's the tough part. You know, you can excuse it on the previous round.
Odds.
Yeah, it's Mix. 6-1 up. God damn. Well, now, surely, right, something's gonna get changed in the defense here. They might play together for once.
Maybe. Would be nice. Seemingly is the case. Expecting a mid default out of Mix, but that's not the case. Focused on other parts, and apparently for Mix, they are quite literally letting the individuals do as they liked here. Did a fix? Oh.
Well,
Ooh. Just about lives. Well, he's not going to take and stress our down. Plus, on A and AK will do so to shock. Peppo's position is already here, but now that smoke fades, it is not a whole lot he can do. A jumping shot finds two
jumping
midair.
headshot.
That's
Come on,
it.
Peppo. Hit us.
Jumping a double headshot.
Oh. There's one headshot. And the second.
Oh!
God damn. Okay. That's something.
Yeah, that's a consolation prize.
I mean, hey, that's still damage
Second
on an
place,
eco round
you
and an
tried.
AK. I'd say that's not too bad.
Well, it's not great. 7-1 T side. This is, as a default, as Dust 2 almost does get. Yeah, I'll say that. But the only round the Sinners so far have won was that pistol. They lost their force ban and they lost control of the game since then. Right? If they hadn't lost that second round and we still end up, let's say, adding like a 7-3, as it now would be, or could be, otherwise, I would be fine. Because 3 and you have a chance to take 4, you're fine. That's a CT half a Dust 2 anyway.
Yeah.
You're by almost no means ever going to be favored. If you manage to even get a tied scoreline, that's going beyond the expectations almost. So you most certainly got some cause for concern at this point. The fact they weren't able to capitalize on round 2 or 3, and instead they're the ones getting split in half. One round at a time, one player at a time.
Okay. Well, if that's the case now, then Mix could really just send it quickly in towards the city side with these advantages, because the mid pressure has never been on for Sinners. Mix have been getting a free B bomb side every single time they've gone to it. And now, they just keep it up, they just keep going. They really know how to put the pressure when it's on. That's something you have to admire here, at least for this Dust 2 from Mix. Sinners are making mistakes, but mostly it really comes down to the individual duels. Planted and connected round here for Mix. And everybody besides Nuke is getting so many impact kills. Nuke hasn't even needed to get too many impact kills, you know?
So he found one of the scouts onto Beastic in round, was it 2 or 3? 2 rounds ago, walking out long against, I think, another half buy.
Yeah.
Could have been an M4, doesn't matter. And one somewhere in the middle. He's just chilling. This is not apparently a Dust 2 AWPing map. And like I said, you called it out as a IGL game. Well, Beastic, now you gotta start calling. Now you do have to actually call a better game as well.
See, my thought process when I called in an IGL game, I was thinking they're just gonna shoot and not call, because they were shooting really good. Now, I don't know.
Exactly. Brain over aim or aim over brain, the fundamental battle here, and you're playing on Dust 2. I know I'm not picking brain.
Exactly. There's not too much brain to pick on this too. That's the idea most of the time.
On average, the brain power when playing Dust 2 goes down by 70%.
Ah, yes. So that's why I'm at minus 170% when I play.
That's right.
Right. Makes sense now.
Press on. And a teammate with him as well. This two-man setup could do a lot of good, but not if Flasho is having a good one. 3 CTs cracked wide open. Full of cold ones. That's all their bodies are. And this one, yet another one is going to mix. I think we can just call it the here as well. You have nothing on Sinners. I said, if you hadn't fumbled round 2 and 3, this would be fine. This would be fine. 9-3, you can manage. This is not it. This is not where that's going. This is Mix quite literally deathmatching and running, and Flatro, he's just absolutely destroying.
Yeah, it does feel like a bit of a deathmatch, right? It does feel like a free-for-all kind of arms race.
Just
type
ran
of
and picked up all 5, man. What do you do?
15 and 5, 1 Flatro, yeah. Some would
This is
say
a nice change from Overpass, I'll say, in the sense that we have a very decisive lead. We know what's happening here.
right. Some might say, what do? You cry and you go next, but
Exactly. This is just a basic game in the middle of this best of 3.
oh god, I hope my basic games wouldn't go like this though if I was Sinners. Because most of the time, on Face It, you're gonna play Dust 2 or Mirage anyways.
Oh god.
So
See, that's why I don't trust other people. I play 5-man only, almost entirely, exclusively. If I
that's my
do
problem.
open the game yet
I
again.
just solo queue.
And insta-ban Dust 2.
Good, smart.
The worst thing that has ever happened to me is this map introducing Counter-Strike. It is just so bad.
Yeah. Well, good thing we got rid of Anubis, right? Woohoo! Shock.
Hell yeah!
Again on that scout, this time mollied off of the angle, forced off position. That should be the end of yet another round. If Stretchin doesn't have to say anything about it. Yeah, wait. Low HPs on Knock, 0 picks, and Synopsy. They might fall into the same mistake though, and do the same thing of not having information. They're not going to try it. And just go to save for the last round. But there's nothing to save for really anymore.
No. You don't save this. You never do.
You say so. Right.
Please.
You say so. But how are they gonna retake with no defuse kit, I ask you?
With that smoke.
They killed the healthiest
Don't walk
player. They
away.
might think all of them are just healthy.
Oh, don't walk away. They're not even moving. They're just... Oh, God. Man. You see Nuke as well, doesn't care.
Yep. I mean, he knows. Look at how much cash he's got. And that's the smartest thing to do if you're Knock.
Yeah. Say hello to Ancient.
Yup.
Approximately 20
15?
minutes away at this point.
Yeah, we've got the break as well. Let's say 20 minutes.
Exactly. I included the break in that one, yes. At 4:44 our time, we will be on Ancient. Maybe.
Maybe.
Depends. Depends how long we might have to wait.
Comeback time for Sinners. Wait a moment.
Oh, God.
I mean...
Let's not entertain this.
I will. Oh, it's so fun. Watching your sanity sap away live is always my greatest pastime.
Damn, that's a bit hurtful. Okay.
It's not fake though.
Alright. Then, out long, a single Molotov. Real play is happening here in mid. This is, I think, the slowest round we've had from Mix.
Yep, and it's the last one of the half too.
I feel like finally Sinners as well for this round have learned their lesson of don't fight, just wait. And I'll say I appreciate the fact at least that they have tried something. In a similar fashion as a Mix as CT's out on Overpass, they were not afraid of trying different things. Sinners here as well, they've tried, but there is no they've succeeded part. They've just tried.
Counter argument for that, they had a couple of rounds to work with so they could try things out. Sinners are working with an entire 1. 7 seconds now, maybe working with 2. Oh my god! Fix. Don't do us like that. 3 seconds, he's gonna get the bomb plant. Oh no, okay. Whew.
No, he's not. Oh my god. A split second makes the difference between 11 or 10 here for Mix. I mean, hit the shot, that was nice and all, but apparently a few hundred milliseconds make the difference there.
Okay. Well, you know what? It's fine.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't think that one round here makes any difference.
I don't think so either.
I am a huge advocate for the T side of Dust2 being capable of almost any comeback, but in this case, not really. In games you feel and games you don't, and certainly Sinners at this point, 5th best of 3 in a... Or, not 5th best of 3, sorry, 5th map in a row.
Yeah.
They've just GG go next for the last 5 or so hours, and
that makes you think of the 3rd map, right? What's gonna happen on the
decider? Yeah, this
decider?
part of it. Again, we do go back to familiar territory. They started off their day with Ancient. They might end it with another Ancient, or most certainly will.
Yeah, but come on now, right? It's down for staying alive inside of the tournament. It's not like they can just say, okay, we're too tired, we can't do anything about this, just GG, go next. This isn't a go next situation. This is a we need to lock in as much as we can and play the 6th map in a row to try to save our tournament lives, our tournament asses. Never a nice situation to be in, or to be put in.
Haven't found anything yet. It is okay timed, but a little bit too far. Synopsis looking more towards long. They've heard him up close, and he's dead. With one from Flatro, you at least maintain some semblance of control towards the site itself. Zetafix is going back to elevator. Been waiting for these fights. Sinners had the pistol on the first half. That's about all they had.
Yep.
Now they're still looking for this one, but Zetafix approaches. USP will not do. And both pistols the way of Sinners on Dust2. Totaling 3 rounds.
Woohoo! The comeback
Celebrations, gentlemen.
It's real. It's gonna happen. We believe, right? Yeah, we do.
One more Sinner.
Sinner's good on.
Yeah, we can say that now. Kisserex's Polish.
Exactly. Ay. Okay. Well, what I wasn't ready for is to not see a force fly here for Mix. Thought that was definitely gonna happen with the round advantage they've got.
I'm happy they don't.
Actually,
although this also means they're gonna be a little lacking for utility in that next round, but probably won't matter all too much.
Exactly. Let's be real. By this point, there has been good counter util to come through from Sinners and Mix, but it's been down to the individuals. And if Flatro, Synopsy, and Zerofix can just get their hands on decent guns, these rounds shouldn't go that quickly. Don't save full pistols though, please. I don't want my heart to hurt more than it was.
This is an action-packed round on Dust 2. What do you mean? This is the most action Dust 2's ever actioned.
True, for real, yeah. So much. Look at all the saves coming through onto the B-bomb site. I love it. I think they're doing this specifically just to spite us.
Yes. There's no other way.
Just to irk us. CS players love to be mean. We got that reputation from somewhere along these years, right? So, I mean, we're not hopefully as bad as League players, but
No. We're fine. But you do gotta feel bad for League players a little bit because, as you know, you're a League player. I'm gonna out you a little bit here. It's a toxic relationship. It's a toxic relationship where you just go back to it.
Yeah, it's a bad
Yeah.
X. Bad X to have.
I'm happy to report that ain't me. I'm built better.
Well, you just built not to succumb to pressure as much, maybe.
Amen.
But it will get you at some point.
No, you won't.
You'll get there.
If you ever see me on the streets of League, know I'm down bad.
No, something really bad happened.
Zerofix opening kill, and Cincinnati's looking to hold as well. We said it. This round won't matter if you have a little lack of util. You can trust your individuals, but at the moment, your individuals have not provided.
That was so funny from Beastic, from Shock. Left, right, left, right, left, right. 3 times he gets
Down to the with Cincinnati.
covered in by the box, yeah. And look, another round at Sinner's Sake. Whoa!
Another round of a save. Welcome to Dust 2.
Yeah, well, we're not on Inferno, but it's definitely not
This is worse.
too much better.
This is worse.
If you say so.
I'm a professional Dust 2 hater, Inferno disliker, I know.
I am a very big Inferno disliker as well, and I am not too fond of D2, but I would say one is worse than the other, and I'll say it's not this one.
Oh. I'm becoming an Astro hater.
You've been there for a while, mate. You're the OG.
Biggest fan, #1 fan here.
Perkele. Okay.
Numa, buddy, keep Numaing. I
Anyone
don't know
else is-
enough. I don't know enough Romanian, I'm sorry.
That's good. I'm glad.
But a lot of
You can't use it against me.
cultural impact from the country nonetheless.
It's Moldovan.
Oh my god.
Great. You've got nothing on me. Yeah, Sinner's going back to
Vampires.
this one genuinely 10-6 now.
Yeah, no, this is just
It's
the
happening.
motions of Dust 2.
It's happening. Trust me. Believe. Cry about it.
I will, if it happens, because this... as much as the T side can and should make comebacks, it's not meant to be.
I'm gonna
But
bring back.
Mix
I'm gonna bring back
not
the.
in that right place. Like, it's just sort of... as I often use now this metaphor, it's the ABCD quiz of you just guess randomly and you'll hit the marks eventually.
Yeah.
Stumble upon the right answer whether or not you know it. That's what the game is at the moment.
Beastic just.
Synopsis
becoming-
found another one. They've got B, and Shock,
Oh.
thankfully for Sinners, will cover it. Synopsis,
Both
well,
of
it's going to
them.
be a nice bonus. He'll find it in the last 2. No weapon salvage, nor save it for the CTs. And the difference of rounds go down to 4. Nuke has that AWP. We've been waiting for him to get a couple more kills. Maybe now's the time.
What a nasty second shot there from Peppo. Yeah, Beastic just going full lion side of sin of Pride, of Pride.
Breed?
Just going Pride apparently. Just deciding
Okay,
who
is that
decided
like-
that.
Breed?
I don't know.
Yeah.
A
Yeah,
quick
that's
grenade
something.
out of one flash row. Incendiary to boot it off as well.
Oh no, if they
A
just
double
don't
cut
check
on
one
mid.
angle is done.
Yeah.
They need to check this. The AWP baits him in, and Zeta
Oh.
fix is in doubt.
Okay, that's nice from Stressor.
Exactly
check.
right choice made.
My
That's
goodness,
not the right
Sinners are
one.
actually doing this. B-bomb site's completely empty now.
Oh god, that's a save.
That's another save. Let them come. Let them
Don't.
take it.
Recycling the point of T-side. You are T-side. You break CT money. CT broke. T-side happy. That's how it goes. And that's how Just 2 shows you what it's really all about.
Monkey brain happy. Here on the casting desk. Sinners may come back. Booga booga. Ooh.
Rival emotions.
Yes. Primordial, some might say.
For time, these were inscribed in the form of mad. These emotions to feel.
Dust 2 is a primordial emotion at this point for how long it's been around.
Oh god.
It's older than me.
Oh god.
It's older than most people watching this. Technically, isn't it older than you too?
No.
It was 1998
Oh god, no. No.
when Dust 2 first got made? Something like that, right? Nice shutdown finally from Scenari. This B-bomb site, a little one trick that Sinners have been going to left and right. It's finally not paid dividends anymore. And all it took was a 3-man setup into B to make it work. Now Flatro goes back to middle, and Sinners in a 3v5 have lost the bomb, so it's effectively another save round, this time in the favor of the CTs.
Just have to stumble upon the right answer. And as I can here find, the map was originally released March 13th, 2001, as part of Counter-Strike 1.1, so thank God it is not older than me.
Yeah. I thought, I don't know why I thought it was 19.
Yeah, something about that felt wrong, so I had to, I did have to double check.
But like, CS 1.1, did it also come out in 2001? Am I just being dumb?
I closed the page, but it came out as part of 1.1, so I would take that as a context clue for a yes, but I'm not going to debate.
Yeah, the first Counter-Strike ever released was November 1st, 2000. So, okay.
Still older,
In the
still
middle.
older than me.
Yeah,
Or, I'm older, sorry.
Unk. Thank you. There you
I
go.
unked this map.
You unk the game. The series.
Oh god. Ah, damn, zoomer talk. Alright, let's see if we can zoom through this one. End it here and now. As Sinners have had a couple of rounds to, as you put it, lock the hell in.
I mean, finally, Mix managed to put up the 11th right here, so Sinners are even more backed up against the wall. 6 maps in a row here to play. Would be coming up after this if they lose it. And I'm sure they don't want that.
Maybe they will, maybe they don't.
I can assure you they don't.
You don't know that.
I'd be willing to bet some money I don't have on that.
How about imaginary money? Monopoly.
Monopoly money?
Yeah, I'll take your Monopoly set if you're wrong.
Okay.
Knock.
That's fine.
5 kills. Have to make it 6, baby. Or not.
The frag movie,
He's getting
come on.
flashed, dunked on, and swung on.
Hey!
That is number 6 coming through. He maintains control toward long, the opening that came towards Flasher or Synopsy there, I'm not too sure.
The one frag he gets, though, that's the bomb down. So, at the very least, Mix aren't scared of a B take. They could be scared still about the flanker to come through. Two into CT, one into long. It makes double diffuse kits to come through, but with no utility left to retake with. Burning through that last flash on a CT peak. That should be that. Another save to come through. Sinners 11 to 8.
Why is Knock pushing?
If Knock doesn't go crazy here.
They have the extra money. But
They really want to just toss it.
Pockets. Should have saved.
Could have saved.
That's
Coulda,
two.
shoulda, woulda.
Yep. Coulda, woulda saved that one if that was me. I'm not retaking here. And neither are Mix. I'm just very surprised they tried so late. I know they've got two kits, both in CT, right? They can get on it, but it requires so much to go right, and for Sinners to have either left the site slowly, or everybody to essentially whiff.
You know, yeah, but I respect it more so than if they just had save, because it keeps showing us that Mix do want to close it as quickly as possible before Sinners get even closer to the comeback. They at least want to do something and not just save like we've been joking. So.
Oh, I'm not joking. I hate the saving on this map.
I'm not joking either, but you know, we can't do anything about it. But mold, bro.
We can complain and never have anything change because this map is going to be outliving both of us.
Probably.
With only graphical changes.
Maybe they'll add the box in again. Who knows?
I feel like I'm going to be buried in a dust-shaped coffin.
Oh, your haters
That's what I'm
would
afraid
love
of.
to see that.
Out towards A.
3v5.
Stressad already having locked both Beastic and Peppo leads the charge. Not going to lose his life. Instead, he'll be dealing plenty of damage onto Nog. Molly is down. A site is now cleared. Can try to plant the bomb if they want to, but a couple more seconds here wasted before they get on that. CT's rotation made. 5-on-3. This is a retake that you're rarely gonna see, and it might actually succeed. There's 1, 2, make it 3. They'll get them all. That is a Mix successful on this retake.
In a 3v5, I do have to say, I love the way that Sinners took that bomb site. So many flashes being thrown exactly where they needed to. It came down right one after the other. There was a full period of time where Knock into long could have been blinded for up to 6, 7, 8 seconds. So it was a good take. A nice idea to come through there for Sinners to try to change the tide of that round. But officially, Mix have gone to the map points. Took a little bit longer than we anticipated, you know, especially when it was 10-1 up. But their CT side now only needs one more round to close and send us into the third map of Ancient for this best of 3. The reverse sweep is still a big possibility here for Mix. Last round, Sinners, maybe. Who knows? Beastic had such a good start, and then just flopped midway. Whereas Synopsy didn't. So maybe that's why we get to see the discrepancy in the round. In the rounds. In front of the smoke. They push through me.
Is there no nade? No, there isn't. Flash in, zero fix.
Oh.
Double save with Synopsy. And it seems, as if we have had finally enough of this map. We'll check in back with you here. How's that comeback looking?
It's still happening. It's 12-8 right now. They're about to take the round, Sinners. I'm sure they're gonna get there, but I'm commentating from a different universe, of course. That is the end of map number 2. Hi, Cosmo. And we're ready to be going on in to the last map of this best of 3, to the decider, and to basically play a best of 1 after this entire whole game to figure out if it's Sinners or Mix to stay inside of the tournament. I think Cosmo is going to be bidding us farewell as well, as we are going to be sending it into a quick break. And we are ready to go. Decide our matchup here between Sinners and Mix to see who makes the stand. Who makes a stand out here into the tournament lives for the CCT. It's season 7. It's EU7 to come through, and CT side decided by the knife round here for Sinners. This time around, Mix looking to make the reverse sweep happen. They had a really good CT side of theirs. Now, a really good T side of theirs. Now they're into one another yet again. Stopping away. Flatro and Knock, good for the openers. That is going to be the bomb plan to come through. Flatro, oh, he's continuing his reign. He's continuing his absolute menacing run of the second map into this third one. It's pretty damn clean here for Mix on the pistol.
The only player they end up losing is the one who says, screw it, we ball, jumps through a smoke and gets domed. After already fighting 2. Flatcher's is trying to farm aura here with this. But the rest of his team, they play a normal brand of Counter-Strike, some might argue, and swing together. They play nicely in tandem. And that is Mix picking up a pistol. Straight into a eco for the CT side. Sinners are not going to have much to show here. Honestly, I doubt even a single kill.
I mean,
getting a read.
You don't know that.
I'm getting a read here. No, I'm not. I'm lying. I'm just making things up. But I'm still sensing 0.
Bruce reading the stars, sensing his chakras. An Opsy could be dead there. He's gonna get overrun.
No, 0 kills.
Galil for pickup. Galil for pickup. We're at a market right now. Oh, one kill.
Oh, come on.
Your readings were incorrect, brother.
God damn!
Now you have to
my lottery numbers, they're not gonna hit either.
Now you have to forfeit your oats in your house.
Man, the oats.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I starve, brother.
Alright. Well, Sinners are stopping for a little victory now as well. Because they were not in serious conversation for the entirety of Just 2. Overpass, they managed to get it out of the way eventually. And now for map number 3, they go right back to where they started, that being Ancient. I don't think there is a third map or match they're playing today, unless I'm fully unaware. And no, there isn't. They are indeed playing only these 2 games today. A third one, that would have been brutal. But they're right back to Counter-Strike tomorrow morning as well, so not a whole lot of rest here for them this round. However, there's no rest for the T side. They are one at a time being taken away. There's a freebie at least, a Veto fix. A second, not so much. A 2-man hold. A little bit of patience there. In a similar fashion as that pistol. Pistol is played on Flatcho. Walking through, you have there's... was it Kisserek walking through that donut smoke, and just everybody else plays a normal style on Sinners instead, and just wait.
Yeah. 2-1. Sinners put up the first round on CT side quite early, and Mix not managing to get through into that A-bomb site are going to be leaving us towards the possibility at a equalization here for the CT side. Sinners. 2-man defense coming through up here against the ramp push. That could have been, yet wasn't. Knock. Pulls down to half. Doesn't succeedingly connect onto Shock. It will leave us into... But it's about to be a very slow round here for Mix until they'll find an opener.
See, not the angle I would maybe want to play in this situation. AK, sure, whatever, or Not when this T side is looking for any small thing they can get. It's a little risky. Of course, we see that that's not going to be by any means punished. There's no opening that Kisarek is going to be presenting. Out on the A side defense, Pippo is apparently backing off. He'll let them have the site. More worried about main and what that could provide. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
That's not even a fight. That's not a bloodbath. This is assassination coming in if it's an Opsy.
Told you, man. He's done playing the IGL. He's done playing the nice guy. He's here to kill. And the save will be coming through from the CT side. I don't believe it. They're trying to come back into the CT side with. Got a single flash to work it out. Kisarek almost falls down on middle. And now the retake coming through. Scenario on Tech 9 takes care of 2. The AK on Zero Fix was just enough. And is there time to defuse? Comes down to the second. Let's see if he's got it. Kisarek is not going to be able to get it. 2v4 up against the retake. And it's mixed to win it out. A Tech 9 Nexus. A Tech 9. Defeats 2 into CT there, allowing Zero Fix to find the last one that was close to the bomb. And then Kisarek was just too far away. You can't write that even if you want to. Plays like that are enough to kill a caster. That might have been just what happened to our good old Nexus here. But it's okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I've passed away.
You have. I can still sometimes hear his voice. It's okay though. Mix are gonna do it again.
The defense cannot be scared, but they can be slain. Join me in the afterlife, beast again, shock. As for the rest of you, I think it's back to Dust 2. Go save.
Yep. Bye-bye. AONS, FAMAS, and MP9. What an arsenal here to save. Not like they've got any other choice, fair B, but... Mix are starting to do it again. Stopping to care about... What? Utility? Defenses? What are those? They just press W. Go in. Scenario, Synopsy, go kill. I believe we've had this conversation before, but now it's been a couple of months. Who do you think in Tier 2 is the best fragging IGL now? Because we were looking at 2 contenders here for Beastic and Synopsy, usually. Right. Nemanja was the reigning champion back a couple of months ago when Anubis was still very much in high tide. Maybe a year ago.
Yeah.
What do you reckon about now?
Oh, you've asked a really good question.
I know it happens once in a blue moon. While you think about that, I see a force buy through middle here. It's actually a half investment in with a Diga and MP9. Stressor continues to spam away. Connects on the opening shot. Zero Fix down to half HP. This walk up into mid is actually not going to be that fortunate as Mix might think it. They've gone away with a man's advantage, but the timing on that push through the smoke could be everything to finish off the round here for Sinners. They've also went past it. Shock checking into CT. He's only got a Deagle to work with. Spotted out. Seen the bomb as well. Knock waiting for a rotate to happen into catwalk. Into Speedway. To the B-bomb side we go. They have no idea about they stick with that Deagle into cave either. They don't really need to. Oh, that's a good shot here from Shock. 2v3. Can they pull it off? All of them from ramp. Really unilateral here from Sinners on the retake. No defuse kit either though, so I guess it makes sense. This was a half buy to begin with. Saved away when FAMAS now have got to do it all, and he said it finds the first one for free. Beastic trades on that Eagle, and free upgrades, free round. It is Sinners to make it 2.
Not to Not to necessarily answer your question, but a huge question mark, because I'm trying to remember who do we have in this space. Apparently, this is insane. I did not know this. Since joining AMKAL, Nafany is a 1.11 rating.
Ooh, is he?
That is insane. He's like a normally we look at him and we say, there's like a 0.9 somewhere. You know, like,
Right.
apparently he's just correct. I don't know. But to answer the question, maybe I could go with... Oh my god, I had somebody in mind. I had somebody in mind. I forgot. I'll come back to it. For now, Beestick is slain.
Oh yeah. But takes away a lot of people in his wake. 3v3 now with the bomb dropped, and Sinners actually have got control over it. Looking over to the map, it's Kiserek left here to hold stand, hold guard. Into the fight, Knock. That is a good duel to win. Picks up the bomb, and they're still going to the B-bomb side Nexus. Oh, this could be a huge, huge mistake. Come through here. Into Pempo's sights. The AWP does connect on the first. That's a 2v2 now. Make it a 2v1 with the flank coming back around. Scenari is in a big clutching situation. At least he's got the bomb. But to make the run for it into the A-bomb side now, it's surely going to get caught off. Shock starts spamming away. Connects on a dink as well. Scenari down to 27. Will he at least get a bomb plant off?
Should be able to. Nothing much to stop it then. No utility. Nothing of the sort. And doesn't want to stick into flames too much. I do like the fact Peppo takes damage here. Just to see if maybe Scenari gets off it. Now the push comes through. And with a USP, just go pew pew. And you'll get the kill. That is a round for Sinners. And I do have an answer for you about 3 rounds later officially.
Okay.
I would like to present perhaps Krabbenny as a choice.
Oh, okay.
Very consistent. Obviously, he's got a good team around him as well. At the sort of high caliber of tier 2, I think that's a pretty good one.
Mm-hmm. I would have loved to agree if my pick wasn't a little bit better just because of the recent form. I think MPL right now is doing amazing.
Ah, see, I don't know if I really... I guess, but we just see him, or see very little of bait in, like, these online tier 2-3 competition nowadays, so I kind of forgot about him, I'll be honest.
Yeah,
They're kind of like
sure.
that edging the bottom of their so-called, like, tier 1 tournaments and such as well, so I'm like, okay, yeah.
They're in that
I
weird
just
spot.
don't equate him to that exact same as we do, like, Foot at the moment, or so many others that we have.
I get it. I understand it completely, but you also have to remember they're in that weird, like, top 20 spot where you're not getting invites to the tier 1 tournament, but you're too good for the tier 2 tournaments, and you don't get to see them as often, but yeah.
Yeah, they're just in that position right now, so I just did not think of them, but that's a good answer.
Yeah.
Has been a really good answer for a good while, actually, like, since since joining and since IGLing on bait.
Yeah.
There we go. Scenari is
shock.
removed, so is Zero Fix. You've got yourself a double entry for the CTs out on this B ramp. Actually, well, 3. And last few remnants of the X approach, it's just not going to be a whole lot they can do. I feel like the smoke is almost unnecessary. You could just wait it out and they'll push into you. All this is going to do is drain out the clock even more and maybe put somebody out of position here on the CT side, but we'll see.
Yeah. I've still been looking into it because it's just an eco round. You know what sadly is actually the correct answer to all of this?
Tell me.
James.
Oh my god. Yeah. There as well. James been an absolute beast since picking up the IGL roles as well. Like, he's kept up his form while he wasn't IGLing on Paravision to still IGLing and being good.
See, he went past my mind in that question because he had that HLTV interview where he was like, I can pick up the rifle anytime.
Yeah.
You know, to give the chance to another star opper to come through out here for
Next
Parry.
Molodoi.
Yeah. And I respect it completely. It's just Jane has always been really, really nitty and gritty with that AWP.
Yeah, he's just a tier 1 offer and a tier 1 player.
Yeah, but that's the thing. For me, in my head, right, I always thought of Jame as a tier 1 opper, not a tier 1 IGL. So, him trying to make the transition to IGLing primarily and opping second makes a lot of sense for his career. Just doesn't make a lot of sense in my puny brain. Just because of how used I've been to him.
Yeah, I think there's a little more nuance to as well the conversation that, especially when Outsiders peaked, I'll only continue this point until we do get stopped. They were playing like a really, really good game calling-wise, but
right.
That was a one-trick pony sort of, or not a one-trick pony, but a one-time surprise only, essentially. But
yeah.
Again, a conversation for a later time or a previous time. For the moment, though, you've got yourself the A site. Mix have managed to get an opening to Kisarek and Donut spray the smokes away. And now to remain on the site, Synopsy and Saneri, they will hold this one. The retake is thwarted, and that is the only chance you're going to get with your Sinners.
Okay, goddamn, that is a very aggressive mix that you get, yet again. Finds these flashes in the pan, finds these rounds where they just get the bomb site almost for free or just with an opener, and that's enough to really fend off the rest of Sinners for the entirety of that retake attempt. That's just a well-placed spray into the smoke that you usually spam to check, connecting, and then from that point onwards, Sinners just seem to scramble into the retake attempt. And it's not due to many of their faults, right? It's a post-plan scenario in a 5v4. You're not percentually wise in favor of winning a lot of these situations in a 5v4. So to struggle to come back and actually manage to mount up a retake is undeniable. It happens. It's understandable. But now, another take into the B-bomb side, and the same thing might happen again. A 4v5, but this time Leaf V-stick is into the bomb side, deals a little bit of damage. Yet look, exactly what I've been saying. Mix get the bomb planted, and suddenly Sinners on such a huge disadvantage. I would not blame them to go for the save here. Yeah, that's a really good call into one flat throw to keep it up. No defuse kit is the problem, but they could get their way around that if they manage to find these frags quick enough. Nopsy. He needs to find Kisarek. That's the main play to come through. ZeroFix does his job at the cave. However, the duel we were talking about doesn't pass. Kisarek on the defuse kit now, 1v2, and gets spammed. 1v1, holds the timer, holds the clock, but is not going to be able to take out ZeroFix. 6-4, gives his life for the cause. Won't even get the save, and it's Mix on a really good round again.
Getting it done here. This T side is looking dangerous, man. They're just continuing from where they left off. Haven't won a hell of a time here. A little bit of fight back, yes, from Sinners. This is exactly what we were missing on Dust 2. It's not really too surprising. It's not going all too well as well at that same time. Right, Dust 2 and Ancient to me share a lot of blood, a lot of similarities. If you have massive mistakes or holes on Dust 2, you're going to have similar things here as well. But the maps do play out still little differently. So, just the sheer way of how these maps are favored and laid out.
I would attune Ancient a bit more towards a Nuke in my eyes. But
oh my god, that's a crazy one.
Comparatively to Dust 2, I would not put it there. I don't think it's as individually focused to this Ancient as it is really just positionally aware. If you play a better macro game, I think you can win more times on Ancient than you do on Dust 2.
Oh, 100%.
You know, so that's the way I'm thinking about that, but let me be wrong. Right? That's how it usually goes. Saneri coming through, not even knowing what hit his teammates. He's the last man standing after Stressor and spams them down. And a heavy barrage of fire underway as well. Sinners get a round handed on an absolutely silver plate put up there by Stressor and Kisarek. What a ramp shutdown.
Real nicely done. See, That's a good round for Sinners to have. That's one that is going to pump up your confidence quite a bit, and one that they would have liked to have a long time ago at this point as well. They just didn't get it until now. In Mix, they've still managed to get at least that 6, maybe even a 7 here. Obviously, Gun's not looking all too great there. You've got a couple of Galils and a Mac 10 mixed up in this sort of crowd. It's not perfect. It's manageable, but for Mix, I do wonder how basic they want to keep this, right? This the old rule, not really old, but whatever. The one rule on Asian that I'm gonna keep yapping about, I'm gonna keep yelling at the clouds for is if you want to get a bomb plant, just go away. It's not easy.
Yeah.
Even 50-50 on how many, or if there's gonna be a stack or a gamble on the CT side or not. Probably most of the time you're gonna win that. You're gonna play that post plant, and if you have utility as well, you're great, good, whatever. They don't have that. Mix are gonna be going for something different instead. Complicate things, not playing into the so obvious fashion of the game. Molly is not fully spreading. They're both taking a step back. Kisserik's going to be the one to watch this instead. And a approach still to be made. But the problem is that mid is such an unknown that Sinners will just keep watch of this. Beppo.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. That's one.
Kisserik couldn't
Flash
tell.
on the
Now he
second.
needs some. Also dead.
That's an AK pickup.
What do you do?
To the back of the A-bomb site here. As you say, get there and the bomb plant is almost assured. A 3v3 now to come through. Problem for Sinners is that most of their players are quite too far away to put up an active defense. They're just trying to clear out corners, make sure that no one's holding these sites onto CT. And Mix are going in for a deep site holdout. Out here on this last round of the first half. They know that Sinners have got to push this with all they've got. It is the last round, so they can just hold angles and pray for the best. Bomb planted for not them. That's the problem. B-Stick was just going to go and defuse, but that is going to be Synopsy taking care of him really quickly. Big shutdown out of Mix, as B-Stick was hoping his teammates could cover up all for him. That just didn't happen. It's 7-5. Mix with the advantage on this last map of this second best of 3.
Damn, who knew your IGL battle still comes to fruition here as well. Even on Dust 2 as well, Synopsy ends the map highest fragging on the server, 20 kills to his name. Even with Flashers, Ace is there as well. On Overpass for his team, Synopsy again highest rated and most frags, and here as well, he's just kept that up the entire time. And guess what? So was B-Stick.
Yep.
Highest rated, only 2 kills behind Stressarn, but higher rated nonetheless for the series.
And even now, he's only a kill behind Kisarek. It's not like he had a bad CT side whatsoever.
Exactly.
And now comes in the side where Sinners, I'm trying to predict it, are just going to be calling out mid-rounds. We're going to get to see a lot of heavy explosive plays on a bad buy, and then the rest is just going to be default, waiting for a mid-round call from B-Stick. That's all the game plan that Sinners have shown us in the first 2 maps. I doubt it's going to be too different out here on Ancient.
Oh, I'm going to go against that. I think it's going to be a lot more set plays. I think this is exhaustion of 6 maps you've played today. Now is when you try to coast and just go for easy calls.
Yeah, but do you even have the mental power left after 6 maps in a row to even make them easy calls work? Don't you just want to go to what you've practiced, what is easy? Right, what is drilled into all of the team?
And we're going to find out. One of us might be right. Maybe both.
Maybe.
For the moment, Zerafix, we know he has done some wrong as he's been hunted down. Same with Nuke. Oh my god, wait. Flatro's saving the armor.
Scenario saving his dignity.
Indicates that should be a force buy coming out next round. I imagine if that's the case on saving armor. If not, I don't know why you're doing it.
Most likely, but at the same time, could also be just a prayer for a double save on that body armor for the actual buy.
Oh god. That's crazy. That's a crazy shout.
At this point, can you blame me? Really? We've seen so many saves today, I feel like I've looked away from my screen more than I have looked at it.
Yeah, about that armor being saved.
Horrors, the horrors of Counter-Strike. They strike again. My soul gets a little bit darker every single time I see a pistol being saved. At the very least, it wasn't saved, so... See? Aha. I'm still miserable. Either way, MTB bomb site. Mix all together, power of friendship down middle. It worked for one season. Don't know if it works for 2025. Molly to come through, Stressor to farm those frags, 39 HP. You wanna go back to you feeling old?
Sure, what do you got this time?
After the major, that's the last major event we have until 2026.
That's fine.
It's 3 months left.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
When did... I never knew the exact date. I just waited for HLTV and everything to kind of stop. But when does the winter break really start for us, for the player break?
That is a great question. I'm with you on that one. I don't really
Around-
know the exact date.
Around like the middle of December, right? Usually. Or is it even November?
Maybe.
It might be. I have no idea.
There's some speculation, of course, about how... yeah, well, whatever, but nonetheless. Like, sure, close enough there. For the
Thank you.
moment... yeah, I'll talk to you about it later. For the moment as well, at least, there's something happening toward the site, and it's called a defense.
Whoa!
As sinners try to get into this house, they are defenestrated and sent out.
First time? First time. Here on this ancient. Or makes do manage to disable that push. Some well-placed shots brought forth by Scenario and Flatro. Mr. Juan. And yeah, 2v4 here. This might be Beastic trying to make as much noise as he can towards the A-bomb side, maybe even finding off a frag, forcing rotation, maybe a bomb plan to come through here for Stressor, and that's the plan, at least from what I can see positionally. But that would mean Beastic needs to peek. I don't know when that's coming. Coming now. Ooh, missed shots. Opportunity was there to take Zero Fix's head down, but he made the rotation happen. A bomb plan could still go on. It's just Scenario left holding to this B bomb site. Very smart of him. Bomb will go down though. That's the objective found. But I doubt the clutch can really come through. Amazing flash for Stressor, but he doesn't connect the initial shot yet again. So Beastic on 2 HP. Good luck, have fun. That's the safe
he's
goal.
not having fun.
Yep.
Not even a wallbang attempt either, which is a bit interesting or surprising, but... no matter what, he wants to hang on to this weapon he's got, and should be fine. Not only should, he is fine.
By the way, this is a mix taking the advantage now on round number 15, coming into 16, with Knock on 3 kills, 1 Flatcher on 6, Zero Fix on 6. Scenario and Synopsy have been doing some heavy lifting. And there's just been way too many saves. I'm used to games, at least here, into like elimination brackets for the CCT and the Swiss stage, going like 20 kills in round number 17 for a player. Just really high value battles coming through all the time, just fight. This is, I think, one of those rare best of 3s where we get to see more saves than anything else. Keeps the KDs pretty static. Here comes the boost. Zero Fix. Tries to spam. Can't connect on Peppo. Was hoping to have a better shot at Stressor. Yeah, now they overwhelm him. Now they send the mollies. And now AK finally lands its shot. Zero Fix able to trade himself out 1-for-1. And the A-bomb side is forfeited here by Sinners, as they'll have to go back and regroup. Figure out another game plan. But this is what Beastic does best. The mid-round calls. What do you call in this 16th iteration of Ancient. Simulation goes again. And this time B-Stick puts us through the ringer in middle, hoping to catch the head of Juan Flatcher yet again. But just like that previous round, where he needed Zero Fix to take the bait, he couldn't connect. So Flatcher keeps it up, finds one, finally. B-Stick takes him out.
Still got Synopsis to worry about.
As that IGLing battle to come through, Peppo could actually be just a victim in the middle of it.
Oh, done for. Trade as well as Swift from Scenari. All he needs is the bullet trajectory, and that is in the bag. Or in the bag.
With some bullets to the back there for Peppo.
Absolutely. This one ain't done, but it makes they're getting it done here.
They're trying. This is that reverse sweep potential to keep themselves the game. It's been such a tough, not only day, but just a couple of months in general here for Sinners, because you never know what to make of them. They either make deep tournament runs or go down immediately off the bat. Like, the last time they've won anything was when? Back in April. It kind of hurts for them to get these second place finishes all the time, and now could be nothing. An opening frag, good found here by B-Stick. But it's a hero AK that Sinners will have to work with 26 HP on. This should still be another round for Mix. No matter how Sinners try to make it to the A-bomb site.
Watch out. A single bullet will take him down. He's not the one meant to fight in this one. You can only really support it. As such, that's the approach. One at a time. They will make this approach and even take it one fight there. Wasn't alone, had a trade coming through. Nice sharp shot for the M4. And another in the bag. They are just not letting up here.
Yeah, quad kill in that round for Zero Fix. Puts him right back up to the positive KD. 10-7, and Sinners, while they might be on the full buy, could drop it all here if they're not careful. You lose your cash balance in the next, and suddenly Mix start throtting on to map point. So, round number 18 could be a very influential one. AWP onto Peppo, almost lost immediately off the bat. Zero Fix forced back by utility. Peppo left shivering. I love this pressure that Mix are putting into middle. Really forces Sinners into one clear point, and that's gonna be B. Would have loved even more if Nuke actually took a bit of advantage of this situation and pushed his way in towards Temple into main. Try to gain that confirmation that, yeah, they're not coming A. You guys just need to hold on over speed lane. And now that they've spotted them all, Synopsy, mistake on the bind for the flash. Gonna send it out and back off. Into cave we go. Double peek, Scenari does get out with the win.
M4 picked up as well, but a quick trade from B-Stick doesn't let Scenari live longer. The next one, again, it's Synopsy to stand his ground. Now claimed by B-Stick. B site for Sinners. Bomb still needs to be planted, and Nuke has a good bit of util to go on this one as well, but he's revealed himself as Xenofix gets taken down. He can swing on this. The utility should have confirmed that there's not a bomb plant happening immediately. There was a chance to still rectify that one and salvage it, but not in the land of sinners.
Yeah, why did he swing? He knew he
That's a
wasn't
good question. Did not wait for the tap. That very well could have made the difference there. Would have isolated to a single 1 versus 1 instead of a hopeful spray and pray for 2.
Could even play the side of the smoke to just wait it out. Try out the 1v2 from a different angle if he saw that his teammate already got taken out too long. But when you're in the hit at the moment, those rational thoughts that we might have, because we have the minimap, we have the walls, we know what's going on, just doesn't come to you. The pressure is not on us, it's on them. And people falter under pressure. Right now, especially Nuke having a really tough map number 3 here. Getting the ult to him, and he needs to perform. Sinners. Taking a lot of space into middle. You reckon there's another universe in which Nuke is still back at BC Game and Simple's playing with Mix?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
That would have been something, let me tell you.
That's a one hell of a world, and I admire these possibilities your brain puts
My
out.
imagination, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
One flash
got
of
a
a
very
Simple just
creative
going fist
mind.
fighting.
See nothing. There's a rotation in progress at the moment. We've seen CT spawn in Temple. Synopsy had taken a position, almost rotated away, but decided to stay. He'll double down, apparently. I don't know how the hell that's allowed. And Kisarek in a 1 versus 5. There's 10 seconds left. This is 11 to Mix. They are just slowly getting closer toward the end of this one. The reverse sweep is real.
Oh, it is. 11 to 8. He said it. Now he really is going to be not wanting to peek this, because if he goes down, he dies after time. Whew. Scary, but he only takes down the MP9, so actually it kind of helps out Mix here into giving Scenario an actual gun. Dude, Synopsy's on 20 and 14, and most of those kills have had impact. It's crazy. But Beastic's also on 20 and 11, so I don't know what to think. This is just an IGL battle. They're fighting a 1v1 while the rest of the server is just going 4v4. Boost on up to one Flatro, not spotted. Replenishing the smoke there, one Flatro. Never knew what hit him.
Well, I think he now knows.
Well, he's dead. Doesn't matter.
True, we don't care. Dead men tell no tales, except in Counter-Strike you do.
Apparently you do. Shock with another good entry towards Jag. That is going to be Synopsy's time to shine, though. Finds one, waits for the second to peek him, runs out of bullets. Oh, if he had the A4, could have found Peppo too. Spams them down, and look at the HP values now for Shock and Peppo. This is a doable round for Nuke and Zerofix to leave them down on this 3v2. And Nuke has got the op. He can just hold ramp here. And Sinners don't really have a way in. 2 smokes and a flash. Good exec here for Sinners, but they've got to make their way in.
2 smokes though. They can drop this on the bomb plant or on these smokes.
Oh, 2 grenades, 1 used.
Way too early. What?
He got hit. Zerofix got scared. The Nuke probably just at the same time threw it to hope for the kill. And because of that mess up, it's 11 to 9. Sinners win the round.
Still not done here, apparently. And again, okay, now, on Dust 2 was kind of funny. Nuke ends on 7 kills. Now it's not so funny when the game is this close on Mix's side.
Yeah. Not too
Has
great.
to get things a little bit better. I think Nuke as well is still in trouble. Even if Xenofix is able to see the angle here, don't think Nuke is all too good if we would have seen Shock pushing up there. We don't see that, and thus, okay. All it is a fight and not losing any more players there toward the end. So, Fly comes back out for Mix. We know that much. Simple enough. But what is the plan going to be? And we've already as well seen Sinners do quite a few different things. From the pistol round to now. That's one thing we can say has not been lacking is creativity in abundance here. And what you're trying to do, your approaches have been varied on both sides. And this is the most simplest of them all. It's called a Rush B.
Rush B. And Beastic calls it in perfect fashion because he just takes charge and flies on in, quite literally, to get the opening in second. That's literally a round in which you blinked and you missed it. Sinner's up to 10. And no buy for the CT side. Sinner's up to 11.
Surely has to be the case. If we haven't believed in Nox so far, next round, I don't think it's going to be it either. And there's still a chance he's not even going to save. Approach from two different sides. Sandwich Peppo's closest. Find him. Maybe you can live. But Stress on hunts and runs him down. It'll be taken, given over to Peppo. I'll say as well to that regard of Nuke not having an amazing series so far. Neither has Peppo. The bottom for his team, 22 kills on those first two maps combined. Still, not amazing, but both teams instead have relied on these IGLs, which is insane. Oppers? No, we don't do that. IGL battle, which is really funny that that's the consistent factor on both sides.
Well, I mean, I expected it out of Beastic, not gonna lie. Wasn't expecting it out of Synopsy. Mix. Stacking up those pistols into cave. Sinners. He could get run over here. Peppo's holding the actual cave itself in shock. One quick peek in, and he is going to be forced to run. Denary baited. And now Sinners on an easy 11th. There you go. That's how you do it.
Game tied up. Same as last round, Sinners don't want survivors. Even if it is just a pistol, they're not interested. Timeout to be called. Mix now as well realize they are in real deep trouble. Lost the plot, lost control of the game. And it is 2 rounds away for either one of these teams to be eliminated from the tournament. Overtime is, of course, a possibility. We will have to take a look at exactly then who's going to get there, how we're going to get there, and why is there a double up on the T side? That's also a question. And an interesting one at that. I imagine Peppo spawn toward the A side. Kissarek's got to look for a boost on B, maybe. Maybe they're boosting here in mid. There's the smoke. No boost, just going out. Peppo take a fight back off. Op now shown in mid. Maybe that creates an opportunity on the B side. We're going to have to take a look at exactly how this one is transpiring. How much... Oh, the CTs as well, willing to fight. That's a really nice nade going out. Plenty of early damage now for Mix. Achieved. A little bit taken back in return. Now, double ups. Not having found a single thing just yet. You have to somehow recover this. You could have had money here on Sims if you wanted to buy another AK back in spawn, but they do not have that, so the approach needs to be a really good one here. Stress on weights.
Oh, but it's so much damage.
Joining. This one is a
What?
quick. It is a quick. It is shock 1 and 2. Your A-site defense is gone, and that is going to be another save called for Mix.
Apparently so. I don't believe it. Sinners bring it back 12 to 11 now. They've got the chance to close it. They've got the chance to end it completely here. 13-11 with no buy for Synopsy and Zero Fix. Genuinely, I'd call in to go for the hunt here. Try to take those guns out, cement your victory.
Last 3 rounds, they've not let a single player try and survive. They've hunted them constantly. And again, that is the prerogative here for Sinners. Take them down. Put them down to the ground or even 6 feet under. 1 remains, and even Nuke is removed. You have, again, crippled Mix on this save.
That is the worst outcome that Mix could have had in that round. And it happens immediately.
By far.
Well, well, well.
What do we have here?
MP9s and 2 FAMASs. Could have been a Furia buy, but the MP9 has been having some changes, so. Gonna have one more. Smoke in front of the bomb site here on the entrance. So one Flatcher looking at the wall there instead of the enemy. Scenari trades it back. But that might just be an omen of the end. They want to have a 3-man push into mid with SMGs only. They stop caring. Stresson is just making steps.
This is only going to be the push through mid ever so further. Now into Shell. If there's contact, there is backup as well for this, but Shook, are you hurting? Not in time. They know you're stuck in this corner.
Okay.
A small gift. The bomb so far back, and a lurk of Beastic having gone through A into CT spawn. If there's ever a time to be wide awake, Snopsy, it's now. Night.
Beastic wins that IGLing duel. Let's see if he wins the whole best of 3 because of it, because he takes down another. Stressor takes it out of Shelf, and this might be the way it ends. Scenari 1v3 needs to go mental here, but it's not gonna happen. Beastic 2KD 28 and 14 is your IGL of the day, and he is the guy that is gonna put Sinners into this tournament together still. 1-2 bracket comes through for Sinners. It is a mowdown up against Mix.
First chance, or first win for Sinners here in this edition of CCT, and they are not going to be forgetting about this one. That is a well-played game for the IGLs. Not amazingly called, of course. We have that whole Dust too. It looks at the end close enough, as close as Overpass did, but in reality, not even close, not in contention at any point. Instead, they come to this third map, we start to look at it and say, okay, it's not amazing. The 7-5 T-half and Mix looking pretty good. They get a couple of more as well there to continue their way. But at the very end, when it's getting to that point of too late, too little, too late, is when Sinners decided to wake up, picking up 5 rounds in a row to close out this series as well. Really nicely done.
Yeah, really well done, really well played. GG's to everybody that took part. GG's to both of the teams, and thank you, Nexus, for joining me into this one. That was quite the derby out here for what map you called me, for what maps you called me into. But yeah, had a good time. Hope you guys did as well. We've got 2 more best of 3s today to go through, so we're going to be passing the baton onto those ones, because next up is going to be SENZA versus AMKAL to be going head-to-head, and then Ruby versus One Win. So Russian derbies to come through, and just like Nexus, we're going to be bidding you guys farewell, and we'll be back with that 3rd and 4th best of 3 of the day to see how that one's going to go. Stay tuned.
resume on our day in the Swiss stage here in Series 7 in Europe, Vinny. We're clicking back online. Get the bag mark in, like I just said. Vincent to bring you our final two best of threes of the evening where, I mean, hopping in at the 1-1 stage is a fine place to be, Vincent, and it's good to have you here.
Yeah, man, we just got done taking a peek at some arguably a little higher stakes matchups with some teams on the other side where there's some elimination on the line. Well, not so much here. The good news is there's a little bit of space for error still as these teams come in 1-1.
I can't believe
SENZA,
Mix is going out 0-3. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you.
No, that's actually fair. I'm glad you pointed out because it does seem a little bit crazy, and it's actually really like painful for them, like as a team, because they're a team isn't getting opportunities right now, and going out like this is just gonna make that snowball effect even worse. Yeah, it's pretty painful. But anyway, SENZA AMKAL is who we're gonna get to start off with here, and then Ruby and 1win, which is the more exciting game in my opinion. I'm a little bit more excited for that one later on to finalize our day to finish out strong.
Yeah, a lot of really fun CIS Counter-Strike to check out here today. And I think that, particularly where we get to, at least in my point of view, get to click back from watching an AMKAL closer loss yesterday to Arc Red. I think there's really fun bounce back potential here at the 1-1 stage versus a SENZA team that, we've heard a lot about. There's, questionable experience here with, players that obviously are not matching up to iDisbalance or Nafni, right? Who have all sorts of tier 1 experience. They've been, really drilling it in the CCT and have been showing out.
Yeah, they have. I mean, listen. I think that there's kind of some question marks about like what the way in which this team wins is. Like I've seen some of their games, and it honestly feels hard to quite follow. That being said, they have gotten some serious wins, and it is without, as you're kind of highlighting, a lot of experience. I mean, some of these guys do, but there's also guys like Snow who's been playing with them for just this event mostly. Both him and Spent, who I actually hadn't seen with this team until this event, as they're technically still looking for like a final fifth, but also in addition to that, Bayek was cut at the beginning of this month. So like there's some changes in the middle of this, which also makes it kind of hard to know where the expectations should be for this SENZA team. But for a guy like Snow, who's 20 years old and has literally not played games at this level of competition until being in this team and being on this event, I mean, that happens at times. I feel like in like when we're casting South America CCT, because it's a little bit harder to follow like the build up, but that's like super rare, for a European team. So I'm excited to potentially see what that looks like. Yeah, this is a roster that is looking to continue to prove and find some more consistent results.
100%. And, getting up here against a AMKAL team that is very hungry in a Swiss stage will be a interesting challenge for them. Let's go ahead and flip it over to that AMKAL roster, Vincent, because before yesterday, man, I mean, I haven't gotten to see this brand all the way back before, the turn of the year. I mean, quite literally, like, I think 2 iterations ago, I had last gotten to see this AMKAL team. And, coincidentally enough, it was like the last time Travis was here. So they've rebuilt, obviously, with, some team bet boom pieces up in here. A lot of experience you have on that op in iDisbalance. He is still looking so damn good on it, Vincent. They played good yesterday. It was a fun watch for them, but I know that I can see so much better out of Kyron. It is just, he had a questionable performance for it yesterday. I don't think you're going to see if he can get back into CCT, it's when, and I think it should be today versus SENZA.
Yeah, I think that this situation where Chiron's on this roster, like it allows AMKAL to potentially win almost any game. And it's a matter of like who shows up with him, because as much as iDisbalance has been pretty good, I think Travis is still got like at this point, I feel like I should be seeing more than I have been from him thus far coming back into this roster. And Stenix just, I mean, straight up isn't the guy that I remember seeing, not that long ago. So I'm really hoping that he can find a little bit better of a form over the next little while. And that's always what I'm going to be looking out for. But when you think about like all the issues and like question marks I had about like Bet Boom under Nifani and all of this kind of stuff, and where Chiron was, dude, Chiron looks revitalized. And at this level, dude, there should be no question marks for whether AMKAL should be capable of, even making it to a playoffs. I think that should be the case. But in the reality that we live in, I mean, this is a team that's struggling to make it through the close qualifier, and pretty consistently so, right? Like they played in a bunch of qualifiers. Some of them have been successful, others not so much. So I think that you certainly have to look towards AMKAL and say, right now it's not good enough. Let's see more.
Gotta see more. We gotta see exactly where this thing is gonna shake out today, Vinny. A pretty predictable first 2 rounds here. A train you don't see these SENZA boys play whatsoever. AMKAL don't dip into this nuke, so it's SENZA that go up into a Dust 2. Got to see this yesterday, just particularly picked up by ArcRed, and it was a good performance that AMKAL set out there. Like I mentioned, I think it was an underperforming AMKAL overall, so I think that they can push it over there on the line today. This Overpass looks like a slam dunk, just with where it's a punish pick. SENZA, I think it's either one official they have on it or literally 0, Vincent. Not great either way.
Yeah, it's one official on Overpass is the answer for there. And it was a tight loss. Like if we're kind of bringing up that one result, it was 16-14. But you know, all things considered, I think that, you know, this is always was going to be a hard veto for SENZA. And I don't think that they've gotten out of it unscathed in any way.
I mean, there's going to be a hard series, man. You're going to have to, like I mentioned, I mean, I think I, really started off my ramble about AMKAL, talking about the difference of experience. You're going to have to, call against NAFNI today, particularly, pressing in some of those courts. It's Mirage up last where, if we do get there, I'm interested in seeing, how this can roll up. I see a expectation of improvement upon this Dust 2, like I mentioned, and it's going to be really hard to deal here on an Overpass for SENZA, but I'm expecting to be surprised, right? I think that, that's sort of the tone that's been set with this SENZA team, is that they can come up in these series and, really provide some damage, upset some teams that maybe aren't expecting them or taking them too seriously. But here, it's so hard to dig yourself out of this grave in the veto. Maybe just a bad matchup they roll into here, map pool comparison.
Yeah, it does feel like that, but like you highlight, I think this is a team that's been surprising people top to bottom. So we're, my hope is we're going to see something interesting here today. With that being said, I don't think we're ready to roll just quite yet with Dust 2. We're going to take a break until we are. So it's Dust 2 coming up right after this.
Blindsided, high hopes, but they fell away the moment you lied to me. Blindsided, misguided, led astray, trusted too easy. Blindsided, strung out on the smallest string, had me questioning everything. I don't know where I am now. Pedestal I had you on is crumbling down on the ground. It was all illusion. Where do I go now?
hate to be here and report to you guys like this, but I come back and to the two cams, Vincent, is there ever good news that we like come back to here? No, it's not. Unfortunately, due to technical issues here, and it really sucks, man. We were just coming off a really exciting 3-mapper. We're going to calm down for the next 2 hours. It's going to be a forfeit win in the favor of AMKAL. It was SENZA that could not compete in this match to begin with because they were dealing with technical problems on their side of the server. Had to forfeit that first map, gave them some more time to figure it out, Vincent, but it looked like they couldn't get that going, which, I don't know. Sometimes you can run into these online roadblocks and there's really nothing you can do about it, but, kind of get things settled for the next official, which SENZA will have, right? This isn't an elimination game. We were just coming off the O2s in case you're confused. This is the 1-1. So you're still going to see SENZA in this tournament. It's going to be at the 1-2 stage, which, hopefully at that point, they're going to be able to figure out the technical issues. But until then, it's going to be AMKAL to move up themselves up to the 2-1 stage. So we're, excited about that. But we would have loved to have seen them in front of our own eyes. And don't be too sad, okay? I know that Vincent was saying in our other pregame that Ruby and 1-win was the more exciting best of 3 of our day anyway. So maybe we all to look forward to that, throw SENZA and AMKAL in the back of our minds. But unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, we got a lengthy break until then. We got about 2 hours until, we're going to rev up for that last best of 3 of the day. The 1-1 stage between Ruby and 1-win. That should be a fun one. But yeah, guys, SENZA forfeits to AMKAL as AMKAL moves to the 2-1 stage here in the Swiss. Hate to report that, but no Counter-Strike here in our third best of 3. So like I mentioned, 2-hour break. We'll see you here after that. Still going to be Vincent and I and our lovely people at the production studio back home. So we will see you then. Short 2-hour break until our last best of 3. Bye-bye.
qual o Gabriel é muito fã, Magic the Gathering, que possui uma carta chamada Fallen Angel. Você sabia dessa? Ainda existem muitas, mas muitas histórias e curiosidades do verdadeiro para serem contadas. E se você que está acompanhando tá curtindo esse vídeo e é tão rápido na mira quanto o nosso professor, o verdadeiro, clica no like, se inscreva no canal, ativa o sininho para ganhar mais conteúdos como esse. Eu sou o Renan Horas, fico por aqui, um grande abraço e fui! Praticamente todos os dias você vê alguma coisa sobre Counter-Strike aqui nas salas da BTS, mas você sabe como o nosso querido CS começou? Se não sabe ou se sabe, mas quer dar aquela recapitulada, vem comigo! Counter-Strike teve suas origens no final da década de 90, quando dois desenvolvedores, Guzman Lee e Jess Cliff, começaram a trabalhar em um molde para o jogo Half-Life da Valve. Esse molde, chamado de Counter-Strike, foi lançado em 99. Sim, alguns aqui estavam nascendo quando saiu o CS, ou nem eram nascidos ainda. Counter-Strike colocou jogadores e equipes de terroristas e contra-terroristas com objetivos como plantar bombas, resgatar reféns ou simplesmente eliminar todo o time adversário. E como você deve imaginar, o jogo ganhou a galera rapidinho. O CS 1.0 se destacou pela sua jogabilidade, que focava no trabalho em equipe e nas táticas do jogo, e assim já foi deixando seu nome na história. Ao longo dos anos seguintes, o Counter-Strike recebeu várias atualizações e melhorias, culminando no lançamento da versão 1.6 em 2003. Esta versão se tornou um marco na história dos jogos eletrônicos, com milhões de jogadores em todo o mundo ainda jogando anos depois de seu lançamento. Essa era uma época onde a Valve estava em contato constante com a comunidade modder, observando o que os usuários estavam fazendo nos jogos e absorvendo esses desenvolvedores dentro da companhia. E foi justamente nessa época, assim como quem não quer nada, que a Valve adquiriu os direitos do Counter-Strike e começou a trabalhar em novos projetos relacionados ao jogo. E foi aí que em 2004 nasceu o Counter-Strike Condition Zero, que incluía uma campanha para um jogador, embora sem o mesmo sucesso que suas versões anteriores. Paralelamente a isso, a Valve também trouxe o Counter-Strike Source, que atualizou os gráficos e a física do jogo usando a chamada Source Engine, utilizada em Half-Life 2. A princípio, o jogo teve críticas mistas, mas depois o Counter-Strike Source acabou se tornando uma parte importante da série. Passaram-se os anos, veio a febre do CS 1.5 e 1.6, e era das LAN houses. O sucesso era tamanho que acabou chamando a atenção das autoridades no Brasil. Isso você não sabia, né? Em janeiro de 2008, o Procon do estado de Goiás fez uma denúncia ao Ministério Público, que foi acatada pela Justiça, e definiu que Counter-Strike e EverQuest estavam proibidos de serem vendidos em todo o território nacional. O comunicado no site do Procon, na época, dizia que ambos os jogos foram considerados impróprios para o consumo, na medida em que são nocivos à saúde dos consumidores. Ainda segundo a entidade, Counter-Strike reproduz a guerra entre bandidos e policiais e impressiona pelo realismo. No videogame, traficantes do Rio de Janeiro sequestram e levam para o morro 3 representantes da Organização das Nações Unidas. A polícia invade o local e é recebida a tiros. E olha só a loucura! Uma das alegações para corroborar o banimento dizia que a trilha sonora era um funk proibido. A Electronic Arts, que representava e vendia os games da Valve no Brasil na época, recorreu da decisão, venceu a disputa na justiça e o jogo voltou a ser vendido em junho de 2009, um ano e meio depois da proibição. Mas você acha que isso foi algum impedimento para jogar Counter-Strike? Que nada, aqui é Brasil, ou This is Brasil, na frente! Rolaram até campeonatos como WCG, ESWC e Brasil Cup. As LANs estavam apinhadas de gente jogando CS, e até a Campus Party tinha uma área dedicada aos jogos. Mas, já que falamos da febre do CS no Brasil, vamos relembrar aqui dois mapas que marcaram época nos tempos do CS 1.6. Primeiramente, o CS Rio, criado pelo programador Roger Sodré. Sodré morava em São Paulo, mas trabalhava no Rio de Janeiro, então isso lhe deu uma boa percepção de como era a arquitetura carioca. Assim, os trajetos de ônibus lhe deram uma boa visão nos campinhos de futebol, dos botecos e das ruas que apareceram no nosso querido mapa lançado em 2001. E depois do Rio, foi a vez da capital paulista ganhar o seu mapa, o de Sampa, lançado em 2002. O mapa traz um combate pelas ruas de São Paulo, com caçambas de entulho, bancas de jornal e estações de metrô servindo de cenário. Enfim, com tudo voltando ao normal, vamos voltar à história do nosso CS. Afinal, em 2012, uma versão atualizada de Counter-Strike chegou ao mercado. Era o nascimento de Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Desenvolvido pela Valve em colaboração com a Hidden Path Entertainment, o CSGO